everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We always see you are such a great person, na. You will never say that I'm not okay, but in spite of that, facing all the things, you are really very strong. Salutations to you, Rania ma'am.
Frankly,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, it's true.
yeah.
But I have sacrificed everything, personal, social life, everything.
I know, I know, I know. So much, so much, so much. Really. Yeah, real. You are a real power of the resilience. You are actually one of the most respected person in that way, that how you are able to come up in spite of lot of the sacrifice, which little bit I am aware about it. That is the reason I have lot of salutation, lot of respect for you.
Yes, thank
You
you.
can
Thank you
say
so
yes,
much.
I
Thank you.
saw Rania ma'am last 4 5 years actually. We connected
Yeah,
from them. And still we are connected. It feels like blessings. Everyone is still there, helping each other. And anytime just message and they respond, they help. It's really blessing.
Good
Thank
evening,
you.
everyone.
Good evening, namaste, namaste.
Everyone.
की हाल है जी, सत श्री अकाल जी, की हाल है?
Sat Sri Akal ji and
बढ़िया
happy
जी.
World Laughter Day. सब
Yeah, yeah, happy.
हंसिए.
Yes, 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 yes. That is the reason. What a wonderful post you have sent. Ha 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 ha. Good one. Professor Jelna ma'am has also come. Hello, hello. Very, very good evening from India, madam.
Yes.
Good
So
evening.
we
How are you?
start.
How are you this evening?
We all are feeling very good after seeing you. We get
Yes.
inspired and motivated, Professor Dr. Jelna ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. The best
It's great
regards, my
evening.
friends.
Yeah.
hello, Dr. Zelina from me too. Hello, Dr. Naide.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, my.
So great evening once again, and today we have second summit of amazing series of 5 pillars of life. So we are focusing summit by summit on different pillars of life. So last summit we discussed about personal growth, and now we are working on professional growth. So without wasting so much time, we'd like to invite our today's summit head, which is with the principal educator. So welcome, sir, once again. And before starting, I would like to share that whenever we do big salutes, uh, big summits are recorded, and we are sharing a series of summits with people on our online platform. It will be very soon. So that's why we are conducting summits by summits regularly, and yes, we will create a lot of amazing content. So without wasting so much time, I would like to hand over to Knight sir. Welcome, sir, and over to you.
My sincere gratitude to Akash sir for giving me this opportunity time and again. At the same time, ABCD International Family, which has been working day in and day out tirelessly for raising the standard of education, and no ordinary human beings would be benefited. This is the plus point. So my sincere gratitude again to Akai sir. At the same time, I would like to welcome you all on this outstanding platform, precious platform, effective platform, right? And each one of us would be learning better together, would be addressing the people who are watching us, right? And we have got such outstanding group of people here, outstanding speakers, respectable speakers, and they are known through their work and articulation. Please allow me to welcome Professor Dr. P.K. Rajput sir, very smiling face, and he has been inspiring thousands of us, not only today, previous time also, and I'm very confident in future as well. Sir would be motivating us to do better every time, each time. And when sir comes, everyone starts smiling And please let me allow to say that sir always connects before he communicates. This is his plus point, and he gives respect. It is quite reciprocal and contagious that we feel motivated under guidance and presence of such outstanding personality. We feel ourselves blessed to have Rajput sir, and not only we, all the people who are witnessing, watching such programs on education, and not only they, the ones who are connected with us directly, indirectly, would definitely be benefited because the things communicated by sir is always through his experiences, and his sir has got vast experience in pharmaceutical industry and he understands life. It is his plus point. To over to PK Rajput sir with salutation and bowing. Please over to Rajput sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nahi sir. Once again, good evening, namaste, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everybody. And I can see very well respected professors here. I respect to Rania Madam, Professor Dr. Jelna Madam, Arvinder Kaur Madam, and so many people who are going to join on this great platform. Nahi sir, you always set the tone. So my special salutations to you, and thank you, Akash ji, for once again inviting me on this great platform, because your platform always energize us, right? So lot of claps to you, and that's why I keep on waiting that whenever something is happening from ABCD, I should also be a part of all such incredible members, right? So I don't want to miss the opportunities. I know that Sunday is one thing which is very busy for everybody, so I take a special privilege and permission that can I come and can I be a part of such a wonderful group. So thank you, Nahi sir, and thank you, Akash bhai, for giving me a opportunity. Today is a laughter day, and Harvinder Kaur madam has sent a beautiful, nice way of wishing us the dancing and all. So let me start in some of the very beautiful way, because we say that laughter is the shortest distance between two people. Laughter is the shortest distance between the two people and the fastest way to recharge your mindset. So when you see that emoji, that small gif of Dr. Harvinder, so feel, oh, let us laugh, let us enjoy. So that is a wonderful way. So salutations to you, Harvinder Kaur ma'am. Let me, before starting the thing, I have some small joke. I am sure you will be able to allow me. Can I? Just thumbs up. Okay, thank you. So one of the friend asked, what is your biggest strength? So then he said, the person replied, battery is my 100% strength, because without this we cannot survive. It is like that. So he said, battery is my 100% strength. And what is your biggest weakness? He said 1% of the battery, because that's the biggest weakness. So I am really feeling that, oh my God, only just 1% is there. So that is a small way, right? And then another small joke is there. A teacher asked, why are you late? So a student replied, because due to the signboards which are there, the signages are there. Signages? Why? So it just said, it was mentioned that what type of signboard he has. The one he said that schools ahead go slow. So when I saw that signboard, I started walking very slow. That's why because I became late. Third one. Then after that, I'll come to the topic. Dad asked, what is the difference between confidence and overconfidence? Confidence and overconfidence. The son replied, confidence is when I answer a question, so I'm very happy, I'm confident. And overconfidence is when I answer without knowing the question. So that is the overconfidence. Anyhow, coming back to the one of the very important today's topic, when we say excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution, which is very, very important. I'm sure we all will agree with me. This is basically with the excellence part. Now, coming to the topic, which I can say today is my privilege to speak on a topic that defines not just career, but destines us to perform to excel. I never say perform to perfect, because perfection, nobody is perfect, but we can work toward the excellence. When I said perfect part, only the God is perfect person. Nobody else is perfect, right? But excellence is a part of the life where we can put it toward the excellent part. Let me begin with a simple truth, which I keep on learning and listening and also ensuring that I should be able to do it. Performance gets us noticed, but excellence makes us unforgettable. So today, whatever the great personalities where Professor Dr. Jalna is there, Rania Madam is there, Nahi sir is there, Arvinda Madam, aap hain yahan pe. So everybody, I can see Shraddha Madam also. So you all, due to your excellence, you make you as an unforgettable person, not only in India, but across the globe. That is the reason every time people, they want that you should be coming and you should be giving your words of wisdom, which is important. I will talk about 3 more factors, how to build the skills, the foundation of the excellence, which I have also learned, because we all are very naive, right? And when we start learning, we are able to build the skills. In today's rapidly evolving world, the changes are happening. Today, we talk about the skills, right? Apart from the education, it is becoming an actual currency, actual real currency. Degrees may open the door. We all know about it. Yes, it may open the door, but skills decide how long we stay aside. Again, I repeat, skills decide how long we stay aside. Because that degree is there, basically it is open, but how fast we can grow. In that race of going ahead, skills are going to make a difference. So what are the skills are there? There are 3 skills are there, which I have personally learned. There are 3 critical skills. One is our domain expertise, which is a basic thing, which is a basic baseline. In which domain I am, I should be knowing about that particular domain. Second thing is power skills. What is the power skill? It is not that I am going to become a bodybuilder. No. The power skill is communication skills. Communication skills means right word at the right time with due respect to the other person. Right word at the right time with due respect to the other person, respecting the person. And another thing is, which is the emotional intelligence, with respecting about the emotions of the person, how to deal, how to speak about it, and adaptability. Suppose today I'm in this great platform of teachers, educators, right? Psychologists like Dr. Kaur, right? So many people. So I should be able to understand that what type of things which I'm speaking. That is the way the real communication makes. Third is the digital skills. You all will agree with me. Today we are in the AI world. We cannot hide ourselves that we should not be learning the digital part. So digital skills are equally important, because why? In the coming time, maybe after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years of the time, a small child of 4 years, 5 years, he or she will be able to teach lot many things which are not aware. And when we go to the school, college, professional work, the younger generation, they knows much more than us. So it is very, very important and prudent that we should be learning the digital skills, which is the need of the hour. This is becoming a necessity. So the 3 skills, which is the core skill, our domain expertise, which is basically required. Second is our power skills, which I told you. And third is the digital skill, which is the need of the hour. So now the question is, are we skilled? And the question is, are we continuously upgrading our skills? 2 things are different are there. Are we skilled as per the today's scenario? Fine. We all are skilled. That is the reason we are here. And that is the reason people, they listen to us. But the second question is, are we continuously upgrading ourselves so that by 2030, when we will be in the platform of ABCD International, well, I will be meeting me as a Dr. P.K. Rajput, Dr. Rania Madam or Shraddha Madam or somebody else, right? So whether I'm able to go with that flow, tomorrow we don't know, a young guy, maybe Dr. Nahid Raja sir's daughter, right? She will be coming on this platform, right? And she will be knowing so many things. So this is the way, whether I'm able to match her strength, her understanding, her level of education, her level of things. That is very, very important. That's the reason today, thinking the young mind's requirement, we have to excel, which is the real requirement is there. Then the third is that, are we learning or we are already lagging? Because if we will not upgrade ourselves, then we start lagging ourselves. So we have to learn which is the need of the hour. Because building from job to journey, there is another important part, because which I have learned that when we get the job, but there is a journey is always there. There is a journey of step by step when we go ahead. Then if we don't go ahead, then we start comparing ourselves with the other guy, right? And today I always say, a 40-year-old person will be guided by a 25 years young professional. It is true, I am telling you. And in the coming time, I just a small example. Tim Cook is leaving on 1st of September, right? And now this is from Google, I'm saying. This is not from Google or Microsoft. Apple. I'm so sorry. Tim Cook is leaving on 1st of September, but a young guy is coming and taking over. There's a difference of age, 30 years of the age difference. 45 years young guy is going to be the CEO of the Apple, and this 72 years guy is leaving. See the difference. And that is the reason in the coming time, these young guys will be taking care if we will not upgrade ourselves. So a job always gives us income. We are in the job, we are whatever it is, the income will come. But a career gives us identity. That is the reason we talk about the career, not the job. Once you get the job, then the career is a stepping stone and you go up, not go down or not be stagnant. So to build a meaningful career, we should have a very important thing, the clear vision and the measurable goals. Clear visions and the measurable goals, because we have to have what I want to see, what are my goals are there, what is my short-term goal, what is my mid-term goal, and what is my long-term goal, what I want to become in the life, right? So start seeing that thing, and then the mid-term and then the short-term. So we'll start thinking it, we'll start jotting it down. What are the things are required? Suppose if I want to give a speech on 2035, if I am alive. So what 2035, the generations will be there. They all will be in a different world, right? So whether I am ready for that particular world or not, which is important. Then another last point is I can say professional excellence. We are a professional. We are a professional. Everywhere in front of me, all respected, I can say Anjum Qureshi, ma'am, Dr. Anjum Qureshi, another great professional, right? We all are the profession. But what is the differentiator? The real game changer is that professional excellence is not about doing extraordinary things occasionally. It is about ordinary things extraordinary well and consistently. Ordinary things extraordinary well and consistently. I repeat, it is very, very important part. Ordinary things extraordinary well, but consistently, which is the real requirement now, because everything is ordinary. But if you are able to do extraordinary way and consistently, we'll be able to sharpen ourselves. And that's the reason we'll be able to excel, which is the need of the hour. So another thing which discipline is one of the important things. Discipline over motivation is important. I am motivated. Fine. I am very much motivated. Like politicians. But where is the discipline? So discipline over motivation is important. You'll agree with me, because this I have learned that when you talk to the politician, highly they will talk this, but they are not disciplined. Sorry to say this word, please excuse me about this. Second thing is consistency over intensity, not integrity, consistency. So second point. And third part is accountability over excuses. That's why we say that we all are accountable. Responsibility is there, but there is a difference between responsibility and accountability. If I become accountable, we will be able to work toward the excellence part. So these are the basic things are there. So I will always say, I always ask myself that, am I dependable? Am I adding value? Am I improving every day? I ask myself. That's the reason I keep on learning. I keep on listening from the other people, which is important, because excellence is not an act. It is a habit and integration thought. So my request, what I have learned from each of us, to me also, let us not aim to be better than others. No, we cannot be better than others, right? Everybody is unique. Let us respect everybody. Let us respect. Aim to be better than the previous self. What I was yesterday, I have to be better today. What I am today, I have to be better tomorrow. So let us perform to excel. And that's why this today's great webinar, seminar, online, such a great thing which is perform to excel. It is for everybody. It is for 90 years old person. It is for 3 years old child, and it is for professionals. So this is one thing which we are doing it. And I thank you once again, Akashji, Nahid sir, and all my respected luminaries, I can say, who are in front of me. I can see them because we learn from you. Every step, whatever you speak, it is like a book which we learn, and we love to listen from you. So once again, thank you, and thank you. And let us perform to excel together, and let us build that, because it's a journey which should continue till the last breath. Thank you very much.
In fact, it is a journey, and I need to muster courage to sum up such articulation such points of high standard, excellence, professional excellence, sharpening the saw. You have included everything, sir. And I sincerely appreciate, and I have learned lot many things within short span of time. And please keep us motivated, keep us pushing so that we could also reach somewhere during and in this journey. So thank you very much, sir. And from professor to professor, Yelena ma'am, from professor to professor.
Such a senior person. I'm so happy to see
Yes.
Professor Dr.
Yes.
Jelena. Wow, wow, very nice. And she
Right.
is, let me tell you about Professor Dr. Jel. You are simply gorgeous, ma'am. Apart from brilliancy, you are simply gorgeous. And in India, we say when we see such a brilliant and a gorgeous person, we say that the God took lot of time to construct such a great person to come in this particular universe. So I think God took one day completely to make Professor Dr. Jelena to come in this universe. So that is for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
That is.
Respected.
Yeah, the amount of energy, the consistency, perseverance, and willing to serve, specifically in education. So I sincerely appreciate and welcome Professor Yela ma'am, and I salute her that she is always ready, always ready. So you can understand the willingness. Over to Professor ma'am.
Thank you very much. Respected ladies and gentlemen, dear ladies and gentlemen, prominent scientists, university professors, representatives of international organizations, honored guests, business people, and important students. I'm especially grateful for the invitation to Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Nakidrasa and Mr. Akash Vihar to be honorable guest speaker, ABC International Family, present building skills, career, professional excellence. I warmly greet you all for Republic of Serbia. My topic today, building a my successful career in science and university. Graduated from two faculty, chemistry and second faculty of biology at two university in the former Yugoslavia. Master's degree and doctorate the Faculty of Agriculture, University of Novi Sad. I spent 3 years on international project, university in Germany, French, the Netherlands, Italy, and Great Britain. I spent a year in the USA at the library of the Department of Agriculture, Paul Cereal Rust Laboratory and University of Minnesota. Manhattan, Kansas State University, where I completed research for my doctoral dissertation, because my second doctoral dissertation mentor was Professor Dr. Lewis Eugen Browder from Kansas State University. That was the period that marked my career and work with various scientists who formed a scientific foundation in genetics of resistance to pathogenic organisms. In this excellence team was my mentor from the Faculty of Agriculture, University of New Novi Sad, academician Slavko Borojevic, Professor Katarina Borojevic, Nature Science, and very interesting scientist part, a Nobel Peace Prize laureate Norman Ernest Borlaug, in cooperation my husband. My success in science, in education, have been associated to the expressional, systematic work, intuition, and innovative idea for decades. Today's generation of scientists uniformly do have the opportunity to learn from well scientists and enthusiasts. My interest in science began more intensively during, and I realized that the basis of all science and postulate. At the same time, I studied literature, psychology, philosophy, music, which gave me broad education and the possibility of future education at different university in the world. And to this day, I have not stopped learning and acquiring new skills and possessing them to my student, scientific team, and staff from a university career, especially today's 21st century, artificial intelligence, robotics, etc. I have post all university titles from assistant, docent, associate professor, full professor, where I was dedicated five time different University Republic Serbia and 5 academician and science and art. Analysis overall scientific research education activity in the achieved results, evaluated eminent scientists, university professors, academic through writing report, selection full professors, several university and academy. A notable and productive scientist with a high competence index is much citation, Google Scholarship, ResearchGates, Scopus, etc. Scientific basis. Is much interesting, much travel project, travel inventation, university professors, European country, Russia, USA, China, Morocco, etc. According to my scientific work, I made a visible contribution in several scientific areas in the field of genetics of pathogen post-interaction, plant genetics, especially with biotechnology, sustainable agriculture, creation and educational, profiling sustainable and organic agriculture, the position of agriculture, the process of globalization, and European integration. In my work is qualified full professor, head department, vice dean, but also dean faculty, advisor rector, prarector, rector, etc. etc. Much work. In order to achieve everything I have partially mentioned through building personal career, there were contributed that I strictly respect. Building successful career in science requires a combination of rigorous technical expertise, strategic professional, soft skills, and international networking, care skill to development technical and scale skills, data management and analysis, scientific communication, soft skills, project management, career development strategy, focus in my research, my students, my team, network with purpose. I have sought mentorship, published and presented, embrace new technology, achieving professional excellence, development, leadership skills, professional qualification. I have great qualification, registered scientist. Realize I have treated fuller reaction as opportunity to learn a change rather than obstacle. Ethical, practical. I have built personal brand, maintain professional online presence, LinkedIn, ResearchGates, Google Scholarship, Scopus, international social work to increase visibility, continue personal growth, life learning, multi-transdisciplinary. I explore different paths, understanding, finding, I learn, have about the finding landscape early one, including reading, finding call, and writing grant proposal for primarily international and national projects at various levels in different countries, USA, Canada in much cooperation scientific today and years ago scientific India, China, Indonesia, Bangladesh, and much country. I have friends today in the whole world. Thank you very much, my friends. Thank you very much, my colleague. Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you very much, big our family. Thank you very much, Excellency. Thank you.
Enthusiasm, zeal, vision, and above all, the amount of experience you command. It is highly appreciable, and you are into academic work. It is your strength. So, my sincere salutation to Yelena ma'am for honoring, gracing the occasion, and always be ready and be very punctual. Ma'am always attends all the conference and webinars very much on time. And now from cognitive skills to mental health. And if you're talking about mental health, who can be better than? Who can be better than? Ma'am is smiling, you can understand. H.K. Bedi ma'am, very active, I must say very proactive. And she has her polished views, refined views on education, mental health, medical education. Over to respected H.K. Bedi ma'am. Most welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all my friends. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And gratitude. And yes, I would be approaching this in a different manner, but aim would be the same because the importance of having people from different fields of life is that when you want to reach, the goal is the same, but you can take the paths which are different and reach wherever you want to. So, first of all, today is Laughter Day, and may be the full month of laughter for you. And why is it so important? Why am I saying it again? With Perform to Excel is that when you laugh, your mood goes up, you have positive thoughts, you have a positive energy, and when you have all of this, then you are resilient. You can bounce back anytime and you can excel anytime. And so let's, be in a laughing good mood this whole month. And this is another important month as far as the mental health is concerned. And I will correlate that also in how to perform to excel. Now, we all are at a stage where we've chosen our careers and we are at a particular stage in our careers. And we have also talked about before to be 1% better than your previous self, so that this 1% goes on and on and on, and you become the best version of yourself. And like Rajput sir said very, correctly, that it is always between you versus you. It can never be between you versus anyone, because that brings in a lot of pressure. So when it's you versus you, when you have to improve on your skills, on your knowledge, and on your outcomes, and well, what is it when it means perform to excel? What exactly it means? Now, we've been talking about performance. We've been talking about how to improve on our performance. But one, it is not only, nothing is, related to one aspect in life. Your professional life is going to be well when the other four parameters also are working well. And second is that you have reached a particular level, and then now what? Because we are going to perform to excel. So that means that we have already reached a particular level, and after that, now what? So now what is that is the growth. One of the things is the growth mindset. Never taking that, okay, I've had this vision that this would be the best, version of me. No, you reach there. You reached there through a lot of hard work. You learned, there was a lot of discipline, at times coming out of your comfort zone. But what now? Do you stop here? Do you stop here and then gradually, if you're going to stagnate, then the water is going to get dirty. So that means you're going to go all the way back till where? And if you don't stop here, then you aim to proceed further in the professional skills, because here we are talking about the professional careers. But another, again, I want to repeat that your work outcome is always based with your family. It is based with your, interpersonal connections. It is based with your health, not only physical but also mental. So all these parameters which we are dealing with one by one are actually interconnected. Now, if someone has, uh, you know, as they say that uh, there is a law, the Petrico law, which says that 80% of your results depend on 20% of your preparation. People have modified it in many ways and taken even Abraham Lincoln's example. But prepare you shall. You have to. You have to prepare, then you have to perform, and then you have to introspect, and then you have to adapt. So no way is it survival of the fittest. It is the survival of the person who's going to be most adaptable and most flexible, as has already been said. Otherwise, maybe Radha sir's daughter will be sitting here, and we would be learning from her. And I mean, if we have to learn from her also, we are still learning. So that humbleness that you can learn from anyone, that humbleness also should be there. That okay, if this person is teaching me this, whatever learned one thing at least today, and doesn't matter who teaches you, just learn it. Now, uh, we we have to strategize, we have to plan, and we have to write everything. Again, I will focus on writing, because our brain is still not caught up with the digitalization. We still have to write for a brain to function and for a brain to get that level of neuroplasticity, which will not at till now come with the digital media. And we have seen the attention spans going down and down and down. And in India, the mental health quotient of the young, that is between 25 to 35, that is, are you thriving or are you surviving? And it is an important aspect even in your workplace. The 50 plus are much more robust than the 15 to 25 years of age people. So we learn from them and they learn from us. And that is how we are going to progress forward. So once you've planned and you practice, this 20% is your invisible work. Nobody knows about it. So we look at people and we say, oh, wow, just look at that person. That person is there. How lucky. Born with a silver spoon. Oh, no. Even people born with a silver spoon, they have to go through the same rut. Otherwise, people who took it for granted, that I'm so and so, so people might have gone one time to, see their shows or whatever, whichever, area they work. But if they could not carry it on their shoulders, there is nothing like called, born with a silver spoon. Another thing is luck. Yes, luck does work, and luck works more when it comes with contact with hard work. Now, to adapt, to perform. To perform, we have to practice. We have to introspect, introspect, and better do it in writing. So that those small gaps which are there, which may be affecting your outcomes, which you may not be aware of. So when you do this, the with the writing, the neuroplasticity is more ingrained inside your brain. So what happens is that when you're going to, uh, do this practice and ultimately you're going to perform, uh, there'll be a state when you want to perform to excel where the work outcome comes as a flow. And what is flow? Flow is that the level of your work outcome is to such a level that it is just seems so effortless. You might have seen some people when they're performing, it seems like it's just coming so effortless. So, like Osho said, don't be, don't do the dance, be the dance. So, whenever your performance comes to a level in any sphere of life, when you and the performance are one, that is perform to excel. It takes time, it takes hard work, it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of learning, but there are people who have shown they can do it. And the truth is that if one can do it, any one of us can do it. But yes, there are many things they have done which we need to know about and then go about and work on it. Now, when you introspect before, once you've given a performance or any performance for that, need not be a performance on the international stage, anything. Please celebrate. Everyone needs a positive reinforcement. That is the behavioral theory. So if you get a positive reinforcement, and Nahid Raza sir is very good at giving it, let me tell you. Sir and his adjectives, they touch your, soul. So once you have performed, please go and celebrate with the people you want to, and, with the way you want to do it. There will be, once you reach a particular stage, you will get many flatterers. You may get new relatives also you were not aware of. But the people who really matter to you, those are the people with whom you should perform. And then after that is, you've performed, you've celebrated, now you introspect. Where could I have done better? What went a little wrong? And please do not suppress your emotions, because they are the major part in life causing commotion. Jealousy is a known emotion. Let it not develop into envy. Being jealous is normal. That is the competitive spirit. Don't let it go into envy where it becomes so destructive, releasing so much cortisol in your body that you eat yourself up. So deal with the jealousy, where it came from, what does it mean to me, and work. And now at this level, once you've reached, it is, you have to sit and work with people who is your mentor, because that person knows you in and out. You can't be just sitting with anyone and, introspecting at such deep levels. So have a mentor and get back to them every time that you perform, because this is how you keep on becoming better and excelling. Now, last is to, adapt. We've been through all this. We know we've adapted to things required for us to, do better. But, May is also the mental health month. So, in the mental health month, I would like to say that when you're adapting, adaptation does not only mean to keep on working and keep on practicing, it means a good sleep, so that whatever you have learned, that memory gets consolidated in sleep only. So that what we are doing now, we are, doing things at the cost of our sleep, which is never going to be helpful and which is proven that it's not being helpful. Then nutrition, a very important factor. You have to eat at the correct time, the correct food. You need every food in the amount which is there, and you can be vegan, but you have to get your amino acids, especially the essential ones which your body doesn't produce. So this junk food business which has come, no, this 2 minute things, it has maybe consistently, if you are having, it will cause a 2 decades of physical ill health and even mental, because there's a whole gut brain axis now. Then also exercise, whichever form you want to, depending on age appropriate, also depending upon if you have any illness also. But go out there, get your endorphins, go connect with nature, go socialize with people, and uh, after your sleep, your appetite, your exercise, your sunlight is very important. You only get vitamin D from sunlight. There is no source of eating it. If you are deficient, you have to take your shots. So either if you get up early, the sunrise rays, or otherwise the sunset rays, they're very, very important for you. And vitamin D is required in lots of body cycles, and the neurotransmitter and the brain connections and the brain gut and the brain heart connection. So you will be physically and mentally, you will be fit. And do your mental exercises also. They're equally important as it is meditation, thinking, work. What are all this performance and practice and adaptation and introspection, where is it occurring? In your thoughts, your thinking. So your brain is actually highly overloaded with your work. So meditate, and you can use any meditation you want to, but do meditate. And what happens is that the positive, hormones, neurotransmitters, they will be released, and you will become more focused. The more focused you are, the better you're going to pick up things, the better you're going to improve on them, and you are going to go in a state of flow, in a better, easier, a little easier than others, I can say. How much easier I don't know any study about. But the whole mind body axis, the more mind body science is causing a shift from the Western psychology to the Eastern psychology. All we did was correct. It's just that we did record it, and now it's being recorded. And be with people, be interactive, because you will learn from them. And be with people who are in this mindset that they want to excel, because excellence is the state of excel is very contagious. So in this mental health day, I would like to say, like, a part of stress management, which is very important to keep us all stress free and thus put our focus on what we are doing. Stress plus rest is equal to growth. So please note it down. Stress plus rest is equal to growth. And how we are going to practice, there are so many techniques. And one is like the Pomodoro technique. Work, study, do whatever you want to. Because, of course, like they say, no, we have not inherited this world from our forefathers, but borrowed it from our children. So at least I would love if the children are benefited, as it is, our nation is a nation of youth. So study for 25 minutes, take a break for 5 minutes, do this 5 times, and then take a break of 1 hour. This is the best way for things to register here. And to the parents, I would say that this is coming from some professional. So when your child is in 1 hour, please don't nag the child. Let the child be, let him or her do whatever they want to, sleep, eat, play, do anything, go out with friends. This is going to add to the outcome of excellence and not subtract from it. So I would like to say, let's laugh, and I would like to end my talk with a laughter, because that's what is going to increase our resilience. And thank you so much.
Yes. After listening to ma'am, as I could say for myself, I have saved 5,000 rupees. Because the things you have stated, ma'am, if you have mental health, then only you can lead. If you are able to regulate your emotions, then only you could have stability. We need to be focused. Focus means productivity. And you have talked about productivity again, that 25 minutes study, 5 minute break, right? It makes us more productive. And sleep indeed organizes things in our brain. So I sincerely appreciate and accept whatever you have spoken, ma'am. So these informations were highly useful to us as an educator, as a student as well. So please keep us guiding, because this guidance will definitely be leading us towards living better life. And of course, we could also be feeling ourselves well professionally. So sincere salutation to
Yes,
HK
sir.
Bedi ma'am. Keep
Thank you.
on guiding,
Very kind,
keep
sir.
on
Thank you.
motivating, and keep on polishing and developing our brain. If brain is fine, mental health is fine, everything is fine. And emotional, oh, sorry, intelligence quotient is deteriorating. And concentration span is also getting diminished, right? Especially young children. And as you have stated that we need to write, we must write. And when we are writing, we are telling every part of body that yes, we need to do it, and we do it. It is done. If it is there in the air, it is in the digital, so brain does not accept. And moreover, as leader, we are given every stationery in our offices. Pens are there, stationery is there, everything is there. So we need to write. And when we need to write, our fine motor skills are developing, right? And people also see when we are doing work, so they will also follow. So as leader, our work would be minimized and productivity would be maximized. So outstanding articulation. With this, I would like to go to Greece. Very smiling face, and she speaks with heart and soul. And you know, her smile is always there with us, always for us.
Mm.
And she always attends webinars, conferences, and we feel happy that she spares too much time for us. So over to none other than Randia Lampu, ma'am. And please keep on smiling. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Tornaida. Would like to welcome you all me to this session. Of course, I'm very happy to see here great speakers, eminent speakers, and very good friends. The theme today, Perform to Excel, is simple but powerful, and it reminds us that excellence, of course, it's a continuous journey, not just a destination, and it is something that is built through consistent effort, the right mindset, and the willingness to grow beyond our comfort zones. And of course, success nowadays is not about what we know, the knowledge, but how we effectively perform, how we adapt, and how we improve ourselves every day. So today I chose to speak about a very interesting topic. It has to do with the Generation Z, the youth who were born between 1997 and 2012. And my topic will focus on youth work ethics and professional behavior. So Gen Z is a generation born in the digital world. They bring fresh perspectives, creativity, innovation. They are highly tech savvy. They value diversity. They are not afraid to challenge traditional ways of thinking. And at the same time, this generation seeks purpose in their work, prioritizes mental well-being, and believes in maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Recently, I was reading a very interesting statistics and research which was saying that studies on work ethic differences found that older generations, like baby boomers or Generation X, I belong to Generation X, the old generations believed more in the importance of work than generations Y and Z. So in these studies, Generation Z scored lower on the measure of the importance of work dimension compared to the others with other older cohorts. Research also into motivation found that Gen Z workers switch jobs frequently now, and this show low loyalty to organizations because they often prioritize personal preferences over long-term commitment. This was not happening in the past with workers. Other reports show that Gen Z were twice as likely as baby boomers to admit to bending workplace rules in a large sample across, it was a study across 15 countries. And other studies show that Gen Z don't simply reject work, they just reject the old script of work. So the questions of hierarchy, Gen Z workers, they don't accept traditional hierarchical authority. And of course, they have some weaknesses. They have a shorter attention spans, youth today. So it's very important to keep them engaged in the workplace. And if it's possible, to keep them, to involve them in different tasks, because Gen Z loves different tasks. And this requires, on their part, developing resilience, emotional intelligence, of course, and strong interpersonal skill in order to obtain long-term success. So, what is happening now? I mentioned about obedience. The studies show that among young people, fewer see obedience as an essential quality for children to learn compared to other generations. What does this doesn't necessarily mean? Not obedient doesn't mean equal lazy. We can't say that the young people are lazy or they're not committed. On the other hand, we can see how many studies show that Gen Z are also enthusiastic about work in certain contexts. The pushback against obedience often comes because the traditional model, working long hours or respect hierarchy without question or sacrifice personal life, this is less appealing to young people today, not necessarily because they dislike working. It may be more about how they work their autonomy, the purpose, their voice, rather than whether they work or follow rules overall. So Gen Z workers want more autonomy, a say in how they do their jobs, rather than simply being told, do this now, no questions. They're more likely to question or challenge processes, especially if they perceive them as unfair or inefficient or misaligned with their values. So they want to change the world. They're more idealist. They want to be understood. They don't like injustice. And they may resist workplace norms that they see as outdated or not transparent. For example, we won't see any of young people like this showing blind obedience to upper management or long hours without reason. This means that they prioritize meaning, personal development, flexibility over compliance with hierarchical expectations. And of course, this has to do here with value alignment and purpose. Because yes, they want meaningful work, but at the same time alignment with values. So if they perceive that organization or the rules are misaligned, they may question or resist rather than simply comply. I mentioned about mobility. In terms of job mobility, we have a lower loyalty now and higher job mobility because they are less likely to commit for decades. They switch jobs, so less investment in long-term company loyalty, as we say, can reduce the traditional motto, we follow the boss because we intend to be here 20 plus years mindset. It's not this mindset nowadays. So what counts as obedience? This has changed. Younger workers may comply with core tasks, but they resist extra role expectations, go above and beyond, or stay late without pay, or question over time. But older generations accept it, our parents, for example. So why might these shifts happening? There are some underlying causes: generational, cultural, educational changes. Gen Z grew up with more access to information, stronger emphasis on individual rights, self-expression, and questioning authority. The nature of modern work has changed. Now we have remote work, hybrid work, more dynamic roles. The old command and control model is less dominant. And the aftermath of global events, things like the COVID pandemic or the economic uncertainty now we're facing due to the war, digital disruption, have made younger workers value work-life balance, autonomy, and purpose more. There are changes in management. Younger workers expect feedback, recognition, involvement, not just being told what to do. So what this means for managers and organizations, what they need to know, that if a manager tries to apply now and do what I say and no questions of this approach, they might find Gen Z less responsive, less engaged. Organizations may benefit from shifting towards more collaborative, inclusive, transparent management styles when they work with Gen Z. Clear purpose, opportunities for individual contribution, autonomy, meaningful work are likely more compelling motivators. Clarity in expectations still matters. I mean, it's not that Gen Z don't want structure. They want appropriate structure, plus input. So studies find that lack of engagement is high among Gen Z when work doesn't meet their needs. For organizations, adaptation is key. Cultures that ignore shifts in generational preferences risk higher turnover, lower engagement, of course. Ensuring rules make sense, communicating them clearly, giving rationale, allowing space for input may improve compliance and alignment. So this generation expects change. Because it has been defined by technological changes, rapid speeds that also reshape social experiences. And they are pragmatic because they have a strong sense of self-agency. Gen Z live in a world that has always been one search engine result away. If they want to know more about something, they readily seek the answer out of themselves. They question everything and everyone, from their peers, their parents, or people at work. They don't necessarily see elders as experts. They want to understand why something is done in a certain way. So they're very pragmatic. They want to make a difference. They not only expect change, they demand change, because they're inheriting a lot of complex problems like the climate change, inequality, but they want to fix the problems. They want to work for a place that they believe is doing good in the world. They value collaboration and teamwork because they grew up with wikis, with collaborative websites and platforms. They want leaders who guide by consensus because I mentioned before they are less hierarchical than previous generations. They don't believe in hierarchy for hierarchy's sake. They do believe in hierarchy when it is useful. So they prefer leadership that is dependent on expertise, that is task or time specific. This could mean that they favor management where team members take turns leading the group, for example, rotating leadership, or another style, collaborative leadership, in which people from across the organization participate in decision making and problem solving. So transparency for them is important. And something else which is different in comparison to other generation is that nowadays young people care more about mental health and work-life balance in their workplace. It's because they're placing a value more on the human experience and recognizing that life is more than work. So all these things, of course, means that authenticity here, it's a very important keyword for them. Honesty and openness are important. Alongside the strengths, the importance, of course, of strong work ethics remains unchanged. I mean, I mentioned about the strengths and values of young people today, but qualities, timeless qualities like honesty, responsibility, punctuality, dedication continue to be the foundation of success. So professional behavior, such as respectful communication, to Professor Rajput mentioned, teamwork, adaptability, plays a crucial role in building meaningful careers for young people. We have now remote work, we have digital communication, global collaboration are becoming the norm. So this means that young people need to blend modern skills with timeless values. Being digital skilled is important, but being reliable, disciplined, and respectful is what truly sets individuals and workers apart. This is what I'm saying many times in my presentation, that the next years, everybody will know how to handle technical issues and everybody will know how to use AI tools, but it will be very rare to find people with moral values. It's important to understand how today's youth need to balance innovation with integrity, ambition with responsibility, independence with collaboration, and how we can prepare them for a future where professionalism, it's about skills, but also it's about attitude and character. And work ethics, this word, it's when we say work ethics, we think about rules and expectations. It's not about rules. It's includes all the invisible values that guide how we act when no one is watching. How we show respect, how we show commitment, accountability in every task we take on. And for the new generation of professionals, developing strong work ethics means much more than simply doing our jobs. It's not that work ethics. It's about how we can earn trust, how we can demonstrate responsibility, how we can create a reputation built on honesty and excellence. And work ethics, it's all about the set of values that guide how individuals actually approach responsibilities. So for today's youth, qualities like discipline, I mentioned before, dedication, and accountability are essential. And even though Gen Z is searching for flexibility, because I mentioned about the mobility, they search for independence, maintaining commitment to tasks and meeting deadlines is still a key expectation in any professional setting. So strong work ethics help build trust and positive reputation. Professional behavior is very important, defines how individuals present themselves and how they interact with others. And in the Gen Z era, communication, of course, has evolved with the use of digital platforms, emails, messaging apps, and virtual meetings. So this makes, of course, communication faster and more convenient, but it requires young professionals to do what? To maintain professionalism and respect in both online and offline interactions. And these young people, unlike previous generations, they value jobs that provide purpose, flexibility, personal growth. So this shift has encouraged organizations to create healthier and more inclusive working environments. Balancing personal well-being with professional responsibility is essential in order to ensure productivity, obviously, and career growth. So adaptability, now the Gen Zs are quick learners, they're open to new ideas because continuous learning, upskilling, staying updated with modern tools are important aspects of their professional journey. And at the same time, traditional values like punctuality, teamwork, respect remain crucial in maintaining workplace harmony. So collaboration, teamwork, at the same time, this requires patience. Effective teamwork requires patience, understanding, and the ability to accept different point of views, so be tolerant. And by concluding, I want to say that youth work ethics and professional behavior in the Gen Z era represent a blend of modern trends and timeless values. Technology, flexibility, innovation define this generation definitely, but principles like honesty, like respect, like responsibility continue to be the foundation of success. By combining these elements, young people can build meaningful careers and contribute positively to the future of work. Thank you again very much, Dr. Naida, for the kind invitation, and Dr. Akash also. Thank you.
Rania
Well,
ma'am, whenever I hear you and you speak equally well in all the topics given to you, and you take your each assignment with seriousness and proactiveness. So sincere salutation to Rania ma'am. And please allow me to go to our CEO, founder of Walk Through Education. She is my mentor, and I feel inspired in her presence. And she has been motivating, persevering, and unconditionally. She has dedicated to and for education. So, without taking much of your time, though she is very busy, but she is very committed. And this commitment of hers makes her stronger, and her presence is always motivating for all of us. To our two, very smiling, visionary, dedicated, and what not, I must say, to Gloria ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good day, distinguished educators and everyone present here. All protocols duly observed. Thank you very much for having me here today. It is both an honor and a privilege to speak on the thought-provoking topic, Perform to Excel, Building Skills, Career and Professional Excellence. Is it possible for Ambassador Nalini to mute herself? I'm really not hearing myself. Is it possible? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate. All right, so as I said earlier, it is both an honor and a privilege to speak on this thought-provoking topic, Perform to Excel, Building Skills, Career and Professional Excellence. Everywhere you look, you will find individuals with intelligence, creativity, passion, and the dreams. But one truth remains constant: potential does not guarantee success, performance does. Many people have great ideas, but only a few take action. Many people have skills, but only a few develop mastery. Many people desire success, but only a few commit to excellence. The journey from potential to performance is the true bridge between dreaming and achieving. We're going to be looking at keywords here. I would say key phrases. Skill is the new currency. What matters is your ability to perform, solve problems, communicate effectively, and create value. Your degree may open the door, but your skills determine whether you stay in the room. Skills such as leadership, communication, emotional intelligence, digital literacy, creativity, teamwork, critical thinking, and adaptability have become essential tools for career growth. Professional excellence begins when we stop asking, what do I know? And start asking, what can I do effectively? Looking at the second key phrase, excellence is a habit, not an event. Excellence is not a one-time achievement. It is not luck. It is not coincidence. Excellence is built daily. It is found in how we prepare when nobody is watching. It is seen in your discipline when motivation is absent. It is also reflected in your consistency when challenges arise. Just like Aristotle wisely said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. To excel, we must perform with intentionality, not occasionally, but consistently. Now, looking at career growth and the requirements, which is continuous learning, technology is changing industries. Artificial intelligence is reshaping workplaces, just like most of our speakers have said, has mentioned today. Global competition is increasing. If you stop learning, you stop becoming relevant. So, professional excellence demands continuous improvement. Attend trainings, read books, seek mentorship, learn new technologies, upgrade your mindset. The most successful professionals are not those who know everything, but those who never stop learning. And most importantly, character sustains competence. Skill may get you hired, but character keeps you there. Your character matters a lot. Integrity, humility, accountability, professionalism, respect, most importantly, and reliability are the invisible pillars to excellence. A person may be highly skilled, but without trustworthiness, their growth will be limited. True professional excellence is not just about what you can do, but about who you are while doing it. Your attitude is part of your performance. And looking at performance, performance creates impact. At the end of the day, excellence is not about personal success alone, it's about impact. How many lives are better because of your work? How many people are inspired because of your leadership and what you do? How much value are you creating in your field, in what you do? Real excellence leaves footprints. When you perform with excellence, opportunity chases you. Your work begins to speak for yourself, for itself. So, in conclusion, I would say that the world does not reward potential, it rewards performance. It is not enough to be gifted, it is not enough to be educated, it is not enough to have ambition. You must perform, you must build, and you must improve. You must show up and you must stay consistent. Excellence is not reserved for a special few. It is available to anyone willing to learn, anyone willing to grow, anyone willing to work, and anyone willing to persist. Let us move from excuses to execution, from wishing to working, and from potential to performance, because when performance meets purpose, excellence becomes inevitable. Always remember, you are not born excellent. You become excellent by what you do repeatedly and with good conscience. Thank you very much, and may we all continue to perform to excel. God bless you all.
What to speak, how to sum it up, it is beyond, brain of mine. Because such speeches we rarely listen to. So excellence, growth, and Gloria ma'am, you always tell that these speeches must turn into action, and action is very powerful. And children should be benefited. It should be implemented and executed in the classes. This is what I like, and these words generally resonate in my brain and mind that yes, ma'am has told, and we feel that we are moving ahead with purpose. So sincere salutation to Gloria ma'am. Keep on smiling, keep us blessing, keep us guiding and motivating. Your presence is very, very inspiring. So
Thank
thank
you
you
very
very
much.
much. Yeah. Now, my friend, always well dressed, well groomed, well adjusted, and whenever he writes on social media, very refined words he uses. So none other than I'm talking about Koli Kaldron sir. You're welcome, and I appreciate your present each time and every time. Over to Noli sir. Noli sir, please. Platform is yours.
Okay, thank you. I thought you're describing another person, Sir Nahid, huh? About well-groomed. I might be wearing a coat on top, but I'm just wearing shorts right now. So I won't show my shorts, but I would not, and it might offend our ladies here, especially the first time I'm seeing our beautiful Miss Harvandan. Considering the lineage of Betty, when when I see the word Betty, it puts me to sleep. Betty. Huh? So there's a connection now. Being mindful. When before I go into my school, no, about Perform to Excel, I really like when she say being mindful of what you do. So when I joke about food, especially with Dr. Rania, Sir Nahid, and Dr. Gloria about pizza and coffee, it's being mindful of eating. When you try to savor the taste, the smell, the texture. So when you talk about that in a peaceful setting, not hurriedly, unlike Dr. Rania and Dr. Gloria, they make 7 days into 8 days a week when they work. Even the Sunday, supposedly, we're supposed to be at rest as being mindful, as exemplified and discussed briefly and beautifully by Ma'am Harvandan. Sunday is supposed to be a day of rest, but we're still here looking at each other instead looking at my wife who is already asleep right now. So back to no, so I'm digressing from the usual talking about our school. It's better to see my school using my slides, so you can see more or less what we're doing in my school, Saint Mark Integrated School. So I'm going to share my my slides. It won't take 2 hours. It's lesser than that. So just bear with me. So you just bear with me, bed with me. Are you seeing it now? Everybody thumbs up if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, thank you. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to share. Today, I'm representing my school, St. Mark Integrated School in the Philippines, where I serve as vice principal. And my wife happens to be my commander-in-chief, my boss, and the one who gives me my allowance every 15th and 30th of the month. Salary rather. So my presentation is titled "Perform to Excel: A School-Based Perspective on Building Lifelong Learners." In this session, I will share how we guide students to move from simple understanding to meaningful application, while building habits that support long-term growth rather at Smith's, which happens to be St. Mark Integrated School. So when you hear the word Smith's, or when I pronounce it, it's just the acronym of my school. At Smith's, we are guided by three core values: excellence, compassion, integrity. So it's easy to remember. ECI, easy. So, which reminds me, Bedi. Bedi, I almost forgot. Bedi means belonging, equity, diversity, and inclusion. When we talk about in our school with regards to my faculty. So, it's easier to remember. So, I won't forget you, Ma'am Harvandan. At SMIS, we are guided by three core values. And these are not just statements, they are practiced daily in our classrooms, in our expectation, in our interactions with students. These values serves as the foundation of how we teach, how students learn, and how we define success in our school. Education today asks more from schools. Academic achievement remains important, yet it is no longer enough on its own. Students must be able to think, make decisions, and apply what they learn in real life situations. Many learners can answer correctly in written tasks, yet find it difficult to use that same knowledge outside the classroom. This is where schools need to take a more active role. At Smith, we shift the meaning of performance. We do not present performance as pressure or something to fear. Instead, we present it as a reflection of growth. When a student explains an idea clearly, completes work with effort, or improves from a previous task, that already shows strong performance. When a student performs well, it reflects discipline, effort, and purpose. These are the habits we aim to build in our learners so they become confident and responsible in their learning. At the school level, we define these two ideas clearly so both teachers and students share the same direction. To perform means a student can apply what was learned with confidence. It goes beyond reading information. It means the student can use knowledge in discussions, tasks, and real life situations. To excel means the student continues to grow over time while staying grounded in values, which uh, which Dr. Rania also explained, no? When we mentioned about tempering also excellence with mental wellness, which also happens to be mentioned by Sir Nahid and Miss Harvandan again. So I really love when I like to see Miss Harvandan in the next webinars. So Sir Nahid, remind me that if she comes again in this webinar, in other future webinars. In the classroom, this becomes visible when students move from simply answering questions to explaining their thinking, solving problems, and making connections across lessons. So when we talk about integration, they learn so many things from mathematics, science, English, Filipino, social studies, music, arts, PE, and health. So there's accreditation and they make connections and they connect it with real life situations. For example, instead of giving a direct answer, a student may explain how they arrive at it or relate it to a real situation. Our goal remains simple and clear. From understanding, we guide students toward application. So learning becomes meaningful and lasting. So our approach to learning balances structure and flexibility. So students have both direction and space to grow. At the same time, we allow space within the classrooms. Students and questions share ideas and express their thoughts without fear. This builds confidence and active participation. Teachers act as facilitators. It is no longer teacher centered, it is student centered. They guide learning, provide direction, and support students as needed. We focus on outcomes that are clear, realistic, and achievable for every learner. Each student progresses at a pace that allows steady improvement while meeting expected standards. At Smiths, we focus on three areas: communication, critical thinking, and responsibility, which happen to be the soft skills of the 21st century. Students are encouraged to speak clearly, and it builds confidence and clarity in expressing ideas. They reflect on their actions and their work. After completing a task, they are asked to consider what they did well and what they can improve. This helps learners see the purpose of what they studied and encourage them to connect lessons to everyday situations. One unique aspect of SMEs is flexibility in learning modes. We offer online, on-site, and modular learning to respond to the different needs and situations of our learners. More so during the energy crisis for the past few months, so family may choose that setup. So from on-site, they may stay at home, and there's a hybrid situation now, a blended learning, where they can attend twice a week and 3 times they stay at home and do online or synchronous learning. A student working from home is still expected to meet the same standards as a student in the classroom. Over time, as again, this builds independence and prepares them to adapt to different environments beyond school. Teachers as Miss guide, monitor, and support students throughout the learning process. A teacher creates a classroom where students feel safe to speak, ask questions, and even make mistakes. This is supposed to be an emphasis. This is just normal to make mistakes. Mistakes are treated as part of learning, not something to avoid. This approach encourages students to express their ideas more clearly, and then again, there's active participation in class. Assessment is not limited to tasks. So we look at both academic output and application, and they are evaluated not only on what they know, but on how they use what they have learned. For example, a student may be asked not only for the correct answer, but also how they arrive at it and how it can be used outside the classroom. This means learning is not about getting correct answers. It's not about correct answers. It's about showing growth, clear thinking, and a deeper level of understanding over time. So there's values integration. So excellence means doing one's best in every task. Compassion means listening, especially listening part, helping and respecting others. In class, this shows when students support their peers, work cooperatively, and consider different in perspectives. Integrity means doing the right thing, even without supervision. That's quite important, especially in our country now, where we are now beset with corruption and corruption over the decades. So how can we teach integrity when we have a society that corrupts the ones that go off from school? So supposedly we're the saving grace, but the society, we have the society now. I don't know what will happen. So values are not taught separately. They are practiced every day through routines, interactions, and classroom expectations. So when we prepare students for the future, we help them, guide them to contribute to their families and communities. Students are encouraged to apply what they learn in meaningful ways, even in simple daily situations. From our experience, there are a few practices that work well across different learning contexts. So we set clear expectations, provide structure, focus on both skills and values, create a learning environment that is safe, respectful, and consistent. These practices support both academic growth and character development, helping students become capable and responsible learners. And to sum it up, when students are guided with clarity, supported with care, and challenged with purpose, performance improves naturally. When expectations are clear, students know what to aim for. Over time, these small, consistent actions build strong habits. Excellence becomes part of their daily practice, not something they reach only at certain moments. Thank you very much, and I look forward to learning from all of you as well. Mabuhay from the Philippines. I'm Dr. Noli Calderon.
Sir, you have improved our instructional leadership skills. You have talked about compassion, integrity, and small, consistent efforts and action. And we strongly believe that habits are our identity. So you are doing wonderfully well under leadership of ma'am. Ma'am is principal, you are vice principal, and you both are putting your efforts together, right, for excellence. You are performing well to excel yourself and to excel your children as well, sir. So I sincerely appreciate your hard work. And please allow me to move towards Shraddha Bhatt ma'am. She has been waiting for a long time. Over to Shraddha Bhatt ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello, everyone. I am Shraddha Chirag Bhatt. I am educator, socialist, poet, writer, published author, and speaker. Uh, I am comfortable in Hindi language, so I can speak in Hindi, sir. Is it okay? Okay, thank you, sir. So, दुनिया में शायद ही कोई ऐसा होगा जो सपने नहीं देखता. सपने हम सब देखते हैं, लेकिन कुछ ही लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो अपने सपनों को पूरा कर पाते हैं. क्यों? कोई आंसर देना चाहेगा इसका?
क्योंकि वो लोग कंपटीशन करते हैं, दूसरे लोगों को देखते हैं,
एफर्ट
वो
डालते
अपने आप
हैं,
को
एफर्ट
कंपेयर
डालते
करते
हैं.
हैं.
यस यस एक्सीलेंट, यस यस. क्योंकि वो लोग अपने सपनों को पूरा करने के लिए एफर्ट्स करते हैं. तो यहीं से हमारी डेफिनेशन स्टार्ट होती है, जो हमारा आज का टॉपिक है, परफॉर्म टू एक्सेल. तो मेरे लिए परफॉर्म टू एक्सेल का मीनिंग है हम जो भी काम करें उसको एक्सीलेंट तौर पे करना, एक उत्कृष्टता देना उसे. और उस तक पहुंचने की पहली सीढ़ी जो मुझे लगती है वो है स्किल. क्योंकि स्किल वो पावर है जो हमें एक पूरी भीड़ से एक अलग पहचान देती है, अलग बनाती है. क्योंकि जितना हम सीखते हैं उतना हमारा आत्मविश्वास बढ़ता है और हम अपने जीवन में ग्रोथ करते हैं. अब काफी सारी चीजें ऑलरेडी कवर हो चुकी हैं, तो मैं प्रोफेशनल एक्सीलेंसी पे बात करना चाहूंगी. तो हम सभी कुछ ना कुछ करते हैं, कोई जॉब करता है, कोई बिजनेस करता है. तो मेरा ये मानना है कि जो भी हम करें वो एक अर्निंग फैक्टर तो होता ही है, लेकिन साथ साथ में वो हमारी पहचान भी होती है, वो हमारी आइडेंटिटी होती है. तो उस आइडेंटिटी को एक अलग लेवल पर, एक ऊंचे लेवल पे ले जाने के लिए हमें सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है कि उसको एक्सीलेंट लेवल पर ले जाने के लिए यहाँ पे 3 चीजें बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट होती हैं. सबसे पहला है टाइम मैनेजमेंट, समय की कदर करना. जो भी हम काम करते हैं उसमें अपना हम 100% से भी ज्यादा, मतलब 1000% भी देंगे, लेकिन वो एक टाइम के अकॉर्डिंग होगा. टाइम जहां जब जो चीज ज्यादा जरूरी है, अगर हम वो उस समय करेंगे तो उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस अपने आप बढ़ जाएगी. सेकेंड चीज है जो मुझे लगती है वो है रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, जिम्मेदारी निभाना. आपको जो भी जिम्मेदारी दी जाती है उसे हम उस एक एफिशिएंसी के साथ अगर हम निभाते हैं तो नेचुरली हमारा जो भी हम काम करते हैं उसको हम एक्सीलेंट लेवल पर ले जाएंगे. एक जनरल बात मैं बोलती हूँ जो हम आजकल यंग जनरेशन से भी सुनते हैं कि इतने में इतना ही मिलेगा. मतलब कि जितनी आपको सैलरी मिल रही है, जितना आपको मिल रहा है, हम उतना ही काम करेंगे. तो ये बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए. क्योंकि हम जो भी काम करते हैं ना वो कहीं ना कहीं उसमें एक हम जिसके लिए काम करें, जो भी, चाहे हमारी कंपनी हो या कुछ भी हो, लेकिन साथ साथ में हम वो उससे भी हम खुद भी सीख रहे हैं. एक लर्निंग प्रोसेस जो है वो हमारा खुद का भी उसमें होता है. तो हमें अर्निंग या पैसों की बजाय हमें उस प्रोसेस पर ध्यान देना चाहिए. तो जितना रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के साथ में हम काम करेंगे तो कहीं ना कहीं हम उस लाइफ को हम ग्रोथ करेंगे. थर्ड पॉइंट है इसमें कि जो भी आपकी चुनौती है उसको अवसर में बदलना. चैलेंजेस लाइफ में हर किसी के आते हैं. अगर आप उसको अपने अवसर में बदलते हैं तो आप में वो एक कला, एक आर्ट ये होना चाहिए कि अगर हम किसी प्रॉब्लम में है तो हम उसको हम अपने लिए, अपने फायदे के लिए उसको कैसे यूज करें. सिंपल सी बात है. एक जनरल एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगी कि अगर कोई हाउस वाइफ है या कोई जॉब कर रही है, बीच में अगर उसको 2 या 3 साल का ब्रेक मिलता है या साल भर का, जैसे हम जनरल, हम क्योंकि एक कॉमन सब्जेक्ट है तो मैटरनिटी लीव पे है वो, अभी बच्चे के साथ साथ में कहीं ना कहीं वो हम 3 साल बच्चे को बड़ा करते हैं. अब कोई वर्किंग वुमन है तो उसके लिए घर पे रहना ना एक तरह से वो उसे लगता है कि वो पीछे जा रही है. जो आज की जो और स्पीड इतनी है अभी के जमाने की कि हम कहीं ना कहीं उसमें हम लोग लेग करते हैं. तो ऐसे में वो जो टाइम है वो अगर उस अपनी स्किल डेवलपमेंट में या वो जो भी फील्ड में है उसमें उसको अगर वो अचीव करने में अगर वो डालेगी, तो जब वो 3 साल के बाद फिर से इस फील्ड में आएगी, जब वो फिर से कुछ काम करेगी तो वो उसी कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ में उस फील्ड में कदम रखेगी. तो ये बहुत जरूरी है कि हम हमेशा अपने आप को ग्रूम करें, समय के साथ में अपने आप को बदलें. तो यहाँ पर मैं एक चीज कहना चाहूंगी कि सपने देखना जरूरी है, लेकिन उन्हें हकीकत में बदलने के लिए बेस्ट परफॉर्म करना और कंटिन्यू लर्निंग ये उससे भी ज्यादा जरूरी है. अब मैं यहाँ पे आपको कुछ पॉइंटर्स की बात करूंगी, तो जो हमें एक्सीलेंसी तक पहुंचाते हैं। तो सबसे पहला है कंटिन्यू एफर्ट्स इज इसेंशियल फॉर एक्सीलेंस। जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि कंटिन्यू एफर्ट्स अगर आप करते हो, आज किया फिर कुछ ब्रेक हो गया फिर हमने स्टार्ट किया, तो उस चीज से हम कभी भी एक्सीलेंसी तक नहीं पहुंच सकते। एक कंटिन्यू एफर्ट करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है। सेकेंड चीज है स्किल डेवलपमेंट इन द इज द फाउंडेशन ऑफ सक्सेस। थर्ड है करियर, जो मैंने डिस्कस किया है, आइडेंटिटी एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। उसके बाद है टाइम मैनेजमेंट, जो बहुत ही जरूरी है, और उसके साथ साथ आता है डिसिप्लिन। टर्न एवरी challenges into an opportunity. Keep learning and stay updated. Confidence and dedication are the keys to success. अब मैं यहाँ पर कुछ एग्जाम्पल आपको बता रही हूँ, जो अपने अपने एरियाज में उन जो पर्सनैलिटी है उन लोगों ने काफी कुछ किया है, जैसे कि अमिताभ बच्चन, सचिन तेंदुलकर, डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम। अगर हम उनकी लाइफ जर्नी अगर हम देखते हैं, तो हम देखेंगे कि उन्होंने समय समय पर अपने आप को ग्रूम किया है, समय के साथ अपने आप को बदला है, और हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ सीखते रहने की जो उनकी कला है, तो उसकी वजह से आज अपने अपने एरिया में वो सब जाने जाते हैं। लास्ट में मैं अपनी एक ही बात कहना चाहती हूँ कि एक्सीलेंस इज अ हैबिट दैट इज बिल्ड थ्रू कंसिस्टेंट प्रैक्टिस एंड द राइट माइंडसेट। ये बहुत जरूरत है कि उत्कृष्टता एक्सीलेंस जो है वो हमारी आदत है, और अगर हम कंटिन्यू उसको हमारे प्रैक्टिस में लाएंगे, तो और एक सही सोच के साथ अगर हम उसके लिए काम करेंगे, तो यकीनन हम एक्सीलेंसी तक पहुंच सकते हैं। तो मैं अपनी बात यहीं पे खत्म करना चाहती हूँ, एंड नाहिद राजा सर एंड बाकी सारे इतने बड़े बड़े सेलिब्रिटी स्पीकर हैं, उनके सामने बोलना, मैंने मेरी अपनी बात रखी, तो उसके लिए भाभड़ इंटरनेशनल सर का, आकाश सर का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ। थैंक यू सो मच।
धन्यवाद श्रद्धा मैम, आपके वार्तालाप बहुत अच्छी थी और उसमें काफी हमें सीखने को मिला। लगातार प्रयास करते रहना और अपने सपने पर विश्वास करना और
Yes.
अपने सपनों को सच कर देना, ठीक है, एक्शन के थ्रू, प्रयास के थ्रू, और उसमें लगातार लगे रहना। तो ये एक
जी
अच्छा वक्तव्य था आपका, और हम चाहेंगे कि हम इन चीजों को एक्सेप्ट करना चाहेंगे, जिससे कि हम भी एक्सेलेंस की तरफ बढ़ सकें, क्योंकि लगातार परिश्रम करके, लगातार काम करके, उसको सोच के, और सबसे पहले हमें अपने सपनों को साकार करना है।
जी
ठीक है,
बिल्कुल।
तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद श्रद्धा मैम।
थैंक यू सो मच सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
Thereafter now, from professor to professor to professor, we started with professor, and we have one more outstanding speaker, author, highly respected ma'am, Anju ma'am. Assalamu alaikum. Now, platform is yours. Over to respected Dr. Anjum Qureshi ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. And it was great listening to all of you. I just have a small presentation. And of course, as you stated, from professor to professor, so it is here as a short presentation. When we are talking about Excel, to perform to Excel, I would like to speak on a topic on becoming industry and future ready. And this is something which I am speaking according, especially to the students who are now, or the youth who are now studying and who want to excel in their life and they're waiting for a good career. If you look at how the industry is changing, the dawn of Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 was something which actually changed the way the factories were working. This was a phase where smart factory concept was introduced, and in the factory scenarios in the industries, there was an evolution of using AI, IoT, and related such technologies. They all started using. Everyone started using it, and everyone started relying on it. So it was like a fundamental shift in global production and services. So if we talk about it, the Industry 4.0, it was a revolution. It integrated high-end technologies like IoT and big data into the core of business operations. It helped in the cyber physical systems, helped in bridging the gap between physical and digital worlds. The seamless communication was possible between the machines and the humans. And of course, the real-time data could be used, with which we could leverage live insights for agile decision making. So when we are working in a age where technology is advancing so much, so we have to adapt according to that. So now here I would like to speak on some future skills that would be required by the youth of today and also professionals like us. The first is the cognitive agility. Yes, we talk so much about critical thinking, about problem solving, the ability to learn and unlearn and relearn in high pressure environments. Yes, I speak high pressure environments because nowadays we see the competition has increased a lot, whether it is getting admission to some good college, to some good course, or for going for a job. The competition has increased a lot, and it is not only the degree that matters that we have with us, but yes, the several skills. And of course, when we are able to have good problem solving skills, the decision making skills, then we can perform better. And digital fluency is again very, very important. We think that if we have a phone and we can just play with we can play some games, do online, digitally literate, but actually we need to master, but digital literacy is even more than that. You should know how to use these digital devices safely, to how to use these apps. And besides that, we need a little knowledge, at least a little knowledge to how to use AI. And about the data ethics, how we are using our data, how we are sharing our data, this all you should be knowing, and especially to the industry that you are entering into it. When I say industry, it is not like you just imagine that there is a very big factory and some production is going on. But it is actually specific to the sectors. Even if we are into education, we are teachers, we are coaches, we need to understand like what kind of technology will be used in my field. If we are a trainer, we are an educator, we are a coach, we need to understand AI tools for making my presentation better, to make a better quiz and all, how to make beautiful activities. So all this we can be using. And of course, high emotional intelligence. Yes, whatever may be your age, whatever may be your profession, human centricity is very, very important. Human intelligence, empathy, and interpersonal skills are very, very important because these are the skills which no machines can replicate effectively. And yes, we talk about AI. And yes, of course, there is another technology, IoT, that is Internet of Things. These are the two technologies that are as the co-drivers of professional productivity and strategic growth. In fact, I must say, all of us are using AI. All of us are using some kind of IoT devices, but we are not aware of it. But the thing is, we need to understand, we need to use this. And at the same time, we need to understand that AI can act as your career co-pilot. Because AI is not a futuristic concept. It is a data utility that will enhance human capability. And this is something which we need to understand. We think that we are dependent on AI, but people like us who are working into the sectors, we feel that AI is something which is working on how we are programming it. So like for augmented productivity, we can use generative AI to draft code and brainstorming. Then AI-driven analytics, here I have mentioned for identifying market gaps. By the educators for here, we can use the feedback, automatic feedback that is generated by using the AI tools. We can be using it for our students, how they are performing. We can be getting very quickly how our student is performing, how he performed in the last exam, how he's performed in the present exam, and what steps can be taken by us so that he scores better in the next exam. So this are all, with the help of this, we can be working as educators. And of course, the adaptive learning platforms that are available today. These are the platforms that are available to tailoring the gaps or to bridging the gaps. So, and if I talk about IoT, IoT is providing a novel system for the Industry 4.0. So this is something that the professionals can use the devices. They can use the data again and it can help in the improving the operational efficiency and predictive strategy. But we need to understand one thing, that with the help of this automation, we can be handling repetitive tasks. And when we are handling this repetitive task, we feel that career growth means when we are using very nice gadgets. But we need to understand that when we are using any kind of automated tools, whether it is with the help of AI or with the help of IoT or any other technological gadgets that you're using, we are actually getting time for a high value creative and strategic work. We can plan more and we can think we can think more on it, because many of our works are being done by the SAFs. So then the next thing is, we need to understand that, yes, of course, there is a rapid shift. And why we need to embrace this technology, because according to the rapid shift, it says that by 2028, nearly half of the core skills required for existing jobs will change. Adapting isn't an option. Yes, adapting technology to excel in our career is no more an option for us, but it has become a survival mechanism. Those who embrace lifelong learning will lead the next decade of innovation. Along with that, one more thing that we need to understand is about the sustainable practices. Yes, of course, there are a lot of discussions going on SDGs. So yes, we need to understand ESG and ethical leadership, because modern career success is not just measured by what grades we are getting or how much profit you are having in your business, but it is about integrating environmental, social, and governance, that is ESG principles, into your professional identity. It has now become a key for differentiate or a key differentiator for the leadership roles. So sustainable practices ensure long-term viability and brand trust in a socially conscious market. If we talk about the global competence, yes, because now we see that the world is it has become a global village. If you think about working at the global level, first is the cross-cultural IQ. This is the ability to collaborate effectively across diverse borders and time zones. And I think, like the summits we had at the time, we just saw, we saw Rania ma'am, we saw Gloria ma'am, they are all joining us from different time zones, and we are sharing our knowledge and how we are adapting with each other. So yes, cross-cultural IQ is very important. Inclusive innovation, we need to leverage diverse perspectives to drive creative solutions and enter new global markets with empathy and cultural norms. And of course, remote collaboration. Mastering asynchronous communication and virtual team dynamics to lead projects from anywhere in the world. Yes, virtual dynamics, or we say etiquettes in the virtual meeting, that are very, very important. Sometimes we think that dressing up well, having good gestures, and all, even in meetings like this, when we are having online, we need to have the same kind of attitude, same kind of etiquette. And of course, with this, I talk about future readiness, and we need to understand that the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. So we don't need to wait for someone to tell, or we don't need to just think that this is the trend now and I should work on it, but we have to prepare with this skills for our future. So I hope you all are ready to excel, and we all are there. So if anything, any questions, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Any questions? They're always welcome.
Outstanding, effective, presentable, and whatnot. You have justified the topic, and you always come prepared. That is your strength, man. So we all have been benefited through this presentation, and your presence is very motivating, inspiring. Please keep continuing these efforts to make this world better and wiser. Now, please allow me to move towards leadership mentor from Mumbai, Sanchita ma'am. She has been waiting For a long period of time, I can understand. And we must appreciate her patience. And she is always happy, ready. And last time I said, she is very strict principal. Over to Sanchita, ma'am. Sanchita, ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Sanchita ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah, ma'am, it
ma'am,
is
now
fine.
audible.
Now
अभी आ रही
working.
है आवाज सर?
Yes,
आ रही
yes,
है मैम,
yes.
आ रही है.
ओके ओके चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच। सर ने इतनी तारीफ कर दी कि आवाज ही बंद पड़ गई, देखिए। थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग दिस प्लेटफॉर्म एंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, मैं though I waited, yes, जैसे सर ने कहा कि I waited for a long time, but no, this is a patience तो जरूर है. But it was so nice hearing all of you. I missed out little bit of Rajput sir because as I was traveling, so I joined little late. But anyway, listening to all the eminent speakers, I am now thinking what to speak, because whatever I had to deliver, everything is delivered by you people. So, but still, when I talk about talking about perform to excel, my first this question I always ask to myself, and even asking you is, are we all working just to complete the task? सिर्फ काम खत्म करने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, or we are really working to excel? Because if we are really working to excel, that needs performance. And performance is nothing but doing job. And only when you start performing, excellence will come then. But today's generation is very fast, AI generation, today's generation very fast. So they feel that excellence should come first, performance should come later. But I usually don't agree with it, because it is, when you talk about performing, that means you're doing action, any kind of action. So it is action that will take you to that milestone. Now, I've been into this profession for donkey's years, almost 44 plus years into this profession. In various places I have worked, right from school, right from the Times of India, I worked for some time, then to the uh, your manufacturing unit, to the corporate houses. And then was the best part, what I understood is teaching is the best profession. And it was always very close to my heart. So I again came back. So that learning was all right from there. So you have to have the app for learning. अगर आपको प्यार है अपने काम से, then there is no day, there is no night. Every day, every moment you learn. And believe me, I learned from even a small kid of a kindergarten. I learn the smile, every day, very innocent smile. Every time, whenever I'm tense, whenever I'm, too much loaded, I just make a point to go and sit in the pre-primary section for 15 to 20 minutes, and I get charged up. And I think that is the best way. I have learned it that way. Nothing came to my palate very easily. Chalo le lo. It didn't come that way. Every single step, there were people who are trying to pull you down. There will be, still today's date, there are people who will try to pull you down. But if you are determined, अगर आप determined हो, then you can touch the sky, and sky is the limit for you all. That is what I have learned from my experiences of so many years. That is a journey I have learned. And learning should be continuous. then only you can excel. Learning, if you feel that अरे नहीं मैंने तो सब पढ़ लिया, then what? Then there is no way to learn. If you say that you have learned everything, you know everything, but you have to be a student all the time till your last breath. You have to be a student. So if you want to perform, your action starts first. And then if you want to excel, your excel will come from the impact that you're putting. Yes, in that impact, lots and other things will be there. Then with that impact, you will be growing. Growth aayegi, you will have a growth. And from that growth, you will get the recognition. But today's generation works for recognition more because we are just working more of. We have seen people, children, students that they work for recognition. हमको ये नहीं दिया, हमको ये badge नहीं मिला. I didn't get this, ma'am. I spoke so well. You didn't encourage me. You didn't tell me. So these are some because today's children are very fast. AI के बच्चे हैं ना तो बहुत fast है. So for that we need to teach our kids. हमारे किड्स को हमें ये सारे पॉइंटर्स सिखाना पड़ेगा बिफोर वी टेल देम टू एक्सेल, बिफोर वी टेल देम टू परफॉर्म. So then next come is your building of skills, and believe me, that is a wonderful journey when it comes to my personal experience. So if you want to improve your building of your skill, so you have to understand your performance and excellence. अब performance और excellence को समझने के लिए what we need to do? We need to be very focused in our work, and sometimes we need to go beyond the expectations. And when you have that ability or that apt in your mind, I think you can just go places. When you are loaded, when you are in some position, what happens is when, of course, when people understand, when they recognize that, okay, you are good for this particular work, and you have been given certain work to be completed, and then you are given deadlines also. And believe me, I love to work in pressure. From the time I started my career, I love to work in pressure. And if somebody is saying, nahi, theek hai, baad mein de dena, so then we become more lazy. And when we are given a deadline, we try to fulfill to that deadline. And we need to teach our today's kids these are very small things that takes us toward the excellence. And we really need to teach today's children, today's kids in the school, in the colleges, wherever, whoever are placed, wherever. We really need to teach these things. Then is consistent improvement, trial and error method. You do it, you make a mistake, you correct yourself. You do it, you make a mistake, you correct yourself. This is very important. And make very short term focuses. Short term, मुझे बहुत लंबी चौड़ी focus नहीं चाहिए. Make very short term focus where you will be able to excel if you're really doing it for the first time or if you're really entering towards it. As I said, things didn't come to me very easily at my palate. It didn't fall at my palate. But yes, I made it so that every moment I remain a student, I'm still a student. I'm still a student. I always say कि मुझे कुछ नहीं आता. आपको आता है ना, आप हमें सिखाइए. You teachers, I'm ready to learn. So that spirit takes me to each and every activity that I'm doing, each and every summit wherever I'm attending. And I'm thankful to Nahid sir that whenever he has said that do join the summit, I've always accepted his because I want to learn. There are so many lovely speakers like Janila ma'am, Gloria ma'am, Anjum ma'am, Kaur ma'am, Arvinder Bedi ma'am ji. So we have learned so much from you, Rajput sir. Again, every single person speaks in volume and so much to learn from them. And when you start performing, you get noticed. ये तो भाई सही है. When you start performing, you get noticed very well. People will start looking at you. People will start following you. People will start noticing that, okay, this, but it will not come immediately. कि आज हमने शुरू किया और आज ही हमको notices मिलेंगे. No, this is a journey again. And then others have already spoken about the professional skills, about the personal skills, growth skills, and so many things. But I want to point out the 5 main pillars of excellence. ये तो हमारी journey है ही. लेकिन हमें वहां तक पहुंचना है. तो the 5 main pillars is very important for us to understand, for us to learn. And the first one is your clarity of goal. Your goal should be set what exactly you want to do. And when I see, look at my kids, my children today, I sometimes feel that that goal, GOAL goal, that is missing somewhere in the student. Students still after reaching 10th and 11th, they are not able to identify what they want to do. They are still depending on their parents' wish. Their wish goes somewhere else. I don't know whether they really have a wish or they just follow the duck line, quack, quack. I make them understand that it is your life, it is your goal, and when you will have your goal, you will be able to perform better, you will be able to excel excellently. So you need to have a clarity of goal and how you have to smart, how you have to start, and how you have to smart it. किस तरह से आप आपके गोल को बनाएंगे वो आप ही के हाथ में है. And then the second, one of the speakers spoke about consistency. Yes, very, very important consistency. कि आज मैंने कुछ काम किया and tomorrow I say, चलो, no issue, I'll do something else. No, that will not work. You have to stick, even if you see, if you feel that you're not getting that particular response, what you had expected, but still you have to stick to it. And the most important is your self discipline. Because if you don't have self discipline, you cannot excel. That is the most important thing that every educator, every teacher, every learner need to understand, every educator need to teach. Self discipline. Discipline is must. It is very much, and I'm thankful to my parents who had been so strict in their discipline. And though they are not there now, though they are resting in heaven, but in spite of that, that thing is so much inbuilt now in us that we still follow that. उसमें से कहीं ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि चलो अभी तो है नहीं कौन देख रहा है, so we will just skip off. No, we still feel that their presence is there and we need to do it. And that consistency is very, very important. Then next term is self-development. You have to have a flair for learning, which I have, and I'm continuing to that. सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट सीखने के लिए जो है आपको अपने आप से प्यार होना चाहिए. आपको हर एक काम से प्यार होना चाहिए. You have to love your every work that you're doing. Whatever, even if you're reading book, it's wonderful. Even if you're singing a song, it's wonderful. So whatever you're doing, you have to be very, very like particular about it. Then, as I said, that always do this, follow this, learn, unlearn, learn, trial and error method. It is very, very important once again. Then comes your positive attitude. Very important. But nowadays we always, give up at certain point of time and say, nahi hoga, mujhse nahi hoga. And yes, when I'm speaking with such a loud mouth and a loud voice, but there were time in my student, when I was in my student age, I also had given up. When I fell down while learning to cycle, fell down and I gave up. My father said that tumse nahi hoga. And I really gave up. And today I regret that I cannot ride a bike or a scooty. I cannot ride a cycle. So I have to depend on somebody. And today I am at such a point where अब ऐसा डर लगता है कि oh my God, now अभी वो step लेना, so that confidence is not there. So your positive attitude, your mindset has to be very, very strong. And again, you need to learn from failures. बहुत जरूरी है ये. Everybody think that I failed, so that means the life is end. No, not at all. Your life has started because if you have failed once, it has shown you're not a failure. It's shown you where you went wrong. So where you went wrong, you will correct there. And you will again move one step ahead. So never, whoever feels, the children especially, we need to always encourage our kids by saying that failure is not the end. It is just the beginning. It is just a place to tell you that you are somewhere wrong here. You need to improve. So there is always a place for improvement. Then the fifth point that comes is your accountability. That is, again, I think Rajput sir has already pointed out on this. Accountability is very important. You have to start taking your responsibilities and without giving any kind of excuses. कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं चाहिए कि अरे आज का कल करते हैं, कल का परसों करते हैं। जहां पर आपने एक्सक्यूजेस दिया, वेयर यू विल स्टार्ट कमिंग बैकवर्ड, जितनी तेजी के साथ आप यू वेंट हायर, उतने ही एंड दैट सेम मेजर यू विल कम डाउन. So that is very important. And by doing this, if you are practicing these 5 pillars, I think you are building a very strong career. Very, very strong career. And to build a strong career, you need to have a clear goal. And definitely, you need to choose a right path. Like today's children are not able to understand which subject they have to take, which area they should work. They just follow. As I said, the quacks they follow. Samne wala jo kar raha hai, let us go on that only. And after some point of time, they regret that this is not my cup of tea, or this was not my place of interest. But by the time they realize, it's too late. It's again too late. And then slow and steadily, you will definitely excel towards career. So your career is not built in single day. जैसे हम कहते हैं, Rome was not built in a day. So your career is not built in a single day. It is built every day. हम हर रोज अपने करियर को डेवलप करते हैं. Every single day we are developing our career. Every single day. And last but not the least, I think there are still few speakers to speak, and the time is less. It's pulling me down. So here, lastly, I would always say that just don't work to see somebody is watching you. Don't do that. Don't work to see somebody is watching you. Work to excel yourself. Work towards excellence. And when you work towards excellence, these are the things that will be coming in front of you. Just give a wonderful smile every day, and every day just get up early in the morning and say to the universe, yes, I am the best, I can do it, I am beautiful, I am handsome. ये सारे objectives बताइए and just लग जाइए काम पे. Just start on, and you will really see there will hardships will be there. Thank you, Nait sir, thank you so much. uh, Things will be there, but there will be a place for you to excel. And never treat anybody just very low, because you can learn from a very small child also. So you cannot say that, oh, like age. I was hearing one of the speaker was saying that sometime it may be Night Sir's daughter may be taking the place, and we have to learn from her. So what? So what? Today's children are much more focused. So maybe what we couldn't learn earlier in our time, we will be learning from them. So always accept. Acceptance has to be there. Always accept it with smile. And with this quote, with this last word, I just would like to end the speech, rather you can say, or my talk, you can say, with just one quote, that is, don't aim to be better than others. Aim to be better than what you were yesterday. So every day is a new day for you. Just aim towards it and just move forward. Thank you so much to all the listeners, and thank you, Nayan sir, for giving me such a wonderful platform. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
How can I conclude this talk?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much.
You love pressure.
I love
Pressure
that.
is privilege.
Thank you.
Pressure is privilege.
Thank you.
Failure is not defeat.
Yeah,
Not trying is defeat.
absolutely.
So I sincerely appreciate your talk and
Thank
the
you, sir.
amount of energy you carry to your school that could clearly be
Thank,
anticipated.
thank you.
Yes, and please stay, because this entire webinar would be concluded by Nalini ma'am. So please stay here. She
Absolutely. I
speaks
am
with
there.
confidence. Yes, yes. And
I
before
am there.
Nalini ma'am, I would like to bring in Kamal Chandra Lohani sir. He's my friend, he's my neighbor. And we keep on talking day in and day out. Right? Over to Kamal Chandra Lohani sir, principal of Himalayan Academy, Jolikot, Nainital. Over to sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Greetings. Good evening to one and all. My huge greetings to Gloria ma'am and Rania ma'am and Jelna ma'am. And right now here, Nahid Raja sir, Nalini ma'am, Vedi ma'am, and Anju ma'am, and all the great speakers of today's webinar, and Sanchita ma'am. Thank you very much, Nair sir, for giving me this opportunity as I have been waiting for a long because I am not feeling well today. So it's good that you have given me chance. And once again, my greetings to Akash sir. Akash sir. So let me start. Everybody has talked as per their experience, as per their field, whatever they know. So let me speak as per my own experience, what I have felt in my life and what I have observed in my life. One thing I would like to say, if I repeat every day, I am the best, I can do, God is always with me, today is my day, I am the winner. If these five sentences we repeat every day, so I think excellence must be there. If we are consistent, if we are determined, if we are innovative, if we are disciplined, if, if we are making efforts or extra efforts, excellence will be there. Excel will be there, I think. So success is not an accident. It is a result of consistent performance, consistent efforts, and our devotion, dedication, and commitment. And to excel, we must go beyond average, beyond comfort zone. When we remain in comfort zone, there is no chance of excel or excellence. And beyond excuses, Gloria ma'am has talked, let us make excuses into excusions. So forget excuses. When we make excuses, there's no chance of success and there's no chance of excellence. Every small effort, every disciplined action builds the path to success, builds the path to greatness. And excellence is not one-time act. It is a habit. It is a daily habit, and we have to maintain it. We create daily all these things. So we need to perform with passion. We need to perform with dedications. We need to work with purpose and never ever settle for less than our best. Because when we choose to perform at our highest level, excellence becomes our identity. And success in today's world is not defined by degrees alone, but by the skills we build and the value we create. A strong career is not something we find, it is something we shape with consistent and continuous learning, discipline, and courage to adapt. Every new skill we learn becomes a stepping stone. Every challenge we face becomes a lesson for us, and every failure becomes a turning point for us. There is no world if we are doing anything in our life, the word like fail. And fail means first attempt in learning. So we should never be afraid of the word fail. And professional excellence is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent, reliable, accountable, and committed to growth and development and success. So we need to invest in ourselves. We need to stay curious. We need to remain hardworking and never stop learning and never stop improving. Because when your skills grow, your confidence rises. And when your confidence rises, your career teaches, your career reaches new heights. And in my life, two great poets of English, John Milton and William Wordsworth, they have influenced my life. And I have learned great lessons from these two poets. According to John Milton, always have faith, always have patience, and always accept the will of God. And according to William Wordsworth, every object of nature teaches you a lot. So we are learning from each other. Always keep yourself in learning mode refine yourself, and make your efforts, innovative efforts, and excel yourself. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, I appreciate your enthusiasm, the vocabulary you
Thank
have
you.
used,
Thank
and
you,
the
sir. Thank you.
wider perspective you have put forth. It is very appreciable, and
Thank
we
you, sir.
need to
Thank you.
accept all the points spoken by you, sir, so that
Thank you, sir.
we can execute them and implement them in our classrooms. So thank you very much, Kamal Chandra Lohani,
Thank
sir,
you.
my friend.
Thank you, sir.
I
Thank you.
sincerely
Thank you. Thank
appreciate it.
you.
And
And one more thing I would like to share. As earlier somebody said here, Nahid sir is the adjective of excellence. Nahid sir is the adjective of encouragement. Nahid Raja sir is the adjective of motivation. And Nahid sir is the adjective of appreciation. Thank you, sir. Salute. Salute to you. Salute.
it is your love, it is your unconditional love that you are speaking these words. I
Thank you, sir. Thank
appreciate.
you.
Thank you very much, sir. And now, with strong footing, we must conclude. And this platform is outstanding platform, eminent platform, under leadership and guidance of Akash sir. And we have effective 21st century speakers who are enriching not only this platform but our experiences. And we are feeling better, wiser through the articulation. Please allow me to welcome very eminent, outstanding 21st century speaker. And she is well versed with national education policy and ongoing trends in education and technology. So please welcome none other than Nalini Asthana ma'am, and we need to appreciate her confidence. Over to Nalini ma'am. Floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so very much, Nayat sir. And I really appreciate your patience to keep listening us. And the great promise taken by ABCD International, Akash sir, that we will be excelling in education. That is the requirement of the world, I will say. As per my learning, I'm still a learner. I'm still learning, and every day I'm learning, every moment I learn. Here, I would like to just add on. Everybody has spoken everything, and it is really disheartening to see most of the cameras off, hardly 4 to 5 people left. We can change. Akasar, if you are here, I would like to suggest you that let's change the pattern of webinar. Let's make it. Are you there, Akash sir or Nahid sir? No one is here. Okay. So, very good evening, Akash sir. Namaste.
I'm also here, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Let's make it more interactive. The practice which I used to do in 2021 when the pandemic was there, the webinar used to be interactive. Instead of one talking and everybody listening and just waiting for his turn, and the moment they're done, switch off the camera and go away. So because what I'm going to share, I would really love that my fellow being should listen. Yes, I patiently waited, but Nahid sir waited patiently, and he has to switch to the another webinar. We all know that, but still and hats off to Sanchita ma'am and big salute, a cadet salute to Harvinder ma'am, that from the beginning till the end she keeps sitting zipped and listening everybody. So really it is something required. But the topic which we have taken up It's really a great thing and I really appreciate the topic you people choose. Energy to excel, optimize your health, focus, and peak performance. Absolutely. In our education industry, excellence is rarely about working harder alone. It is all about sustaining the energy to think clearly, connect deeply, and perform consistently. Do you agree with me? Our profession says this only. Energy to excel means learning how to optimize our health. And when I talk about health, the health is the first thing I would talk about. Why? Because the health is the wealth of any person. Health, because of his health only, our energy is there, and because of this energy, we are able to excel. I will not talk about student in context of student or in context of children or in context of any educationist or what is my perspective. I will just talk about that how we can at any point of age can excel in a best manner. So energy to excel means learning how to optimize our health, sharpen our focus, and protect our peak performance. For we educators, that is not a luxury. Do you agree? We educators, it is not a luxury for us. It is our professional necessity. We have to be a excellent performer. And in that connect, for every lesson we teach or every decision we make or any energy or anything we discuss with anybody or everybody during our professional life is always inspires and draws upon our physical, mental, and emotional energy. I hope you agree with me, Nahid sir. Yes. So research and experience both tell us that peak performance does not comes from constant busyness. It comes from your rhythmic renewal of your performance. Keep your consistency going on and on. Only your enthusiasm will not work at all. You have to be consistent. So for example, if I will say, for many performing schools now encourage short reflection pauses between classes. 2-minute pause, mindful breathing, mental reset can improve clarity, develop patience, and make any and everybody responsive. And this can only be developed by if a teacher or the guardian or anybody who is with the child or with the person can pause briefly after one class of or after every moment and try to set the pattern of resilience in their lives. So this is all about health. And when we talk about focus, focus too has become one of the greatest challenge in our age. As I remember, Anju ma'am was talking, they are our alpha generation alpha, because 21st century students is not appropriate. We are also of 21st century, but the generation we are dealing with, they are generation alpha. Even Gen Z has gone, they are oldies now. So this generation is very, very hyperactive, and in this world and this context, notification multitasking can create the illusion of productivity. Don't you think so? ये भी कर लेते हैं, वो भी कर लेते हैं, साथ में ऐसे हो जाएगा, वैसे हो जाएगा. ऐसे में किसी में भी परफेक्शन और प्रोडक्टिविटी प्रॉपरली नहीं आएगा. You have to stick to one thing at one time and give your 100%, then only it will. And that needs what? Focus. Focus. Without focus, you cannot do. And that is the reason now NEP is also talking about yoga sessions during the classes. Why? To give them that calmness to sustain in the class and learn more. So as I'm sorry, if I talk about an educator preparing an assessment, responding to messages, and planning activities all at one go, what will be the mess? We all can make it out. And principal like Nahid sir and Kamal sir, they can very well understand what I am saying. That if the teachers start doing like this, what will be the mess? So, but if they focus, and we, the leaders, provide them the stipulated time that this is for this is for this, and this is for this, then they will be able to perform well and focus on their each and every assignment or miss or task, I can say. So this is my learning, and during my trainings I always talk about this to the educators, that please be focused to your work. So peak performance is not about doing more, but it is all about what matters with clarity, consistency, and vitality. I will just like to quote a very well-known author, Stephen Covey. What he said: the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. It is very meaningful, and if the person learns this and makes it as its habit, his or her habit, then it is, you will, or anybody can excel in their life. So because I will say, I will just end up with one relevant example that I have often noticed, that people may have excellence. I'll take an example of a teacher only. They have excellent lesson plan. They enter to the class with full enthusiasm. They are mentally prepared, but exhausted, completely exhausted. And they just throw the lesson on our children. They don't believe in delivering and making them understand. No matter how many times you ask them to write the objectives and the outcomes, they will never match. You be in the class, observe a class, and you will witness this. And you, I'm pretty sure all the three principals sitting here, they always witness this. The outcome will never match to the objectives. And the reason behind it, they have put their energy, but they were not focused. So not taking much of your time, I will just say, what is one's habit I can begin tomorrow that will protect my energy and improve my impact. And I will like to sum up with 5 major takeaways which we used to. I cannot pour from an empty vessel. Yes. And health comes before any hassle. Third point, pause to regain your power. And presence only will not matter. You should be present in such a way that you are connected with the person whom you are. And the last thing, lead anything or everything with example, but I will quote anything, real examples. That's all from my side today, and I'm really feeling privileged to be here, especially with Harvinder Kaur ma'am, Sanchita ma'am, and my 2 friends always there in every webinar with me, just like my left hand and right hand. Kamal sir and Nahid sir. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. So, Akash sir, you are doing a great job, and it's a cadet salute to you, that please continue this. And I really feel that this kind of thing should be floated in the environment. Thanks to technology, it is giving us more and more opportunity to connect with people. Yes, it is always, there is a positive and negative phase. What we have to take, that is up thing. So thank you everyone for being patient and waiting to means you were there till I be the last. No, I'm not the last. I'm the first to start with the next. Thank you.
we must have conclusion with the strongest footprints. If conclusion is fine, everything is fine. When ends well, everything is well. It is therefore very powerful presentation, and you have given very right. You have cited very good example from Stephen Covey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Schedule your priority. When you are doing this, you definitely perform to excel. And the topic is not about the world. Topic is about ourselves. If we are performing, we are acting, we are excelling, you will see the surroundings excelling itself. So world is not outside, world is in our brain.
Yes.
So my sincere salutation to Nalini ma'am. And I strongly believe and I'm very confident that she speaks with confidence. She is visionary, and her every presentation and training is powerful. She is known for it. So sincere salutation to Nalini ma'am again.
Thank you. Thank
We
you, sir.
keep you listening, and please
Thank
keep on participating in the ABCD International family. Right at the same time, I would like to extend gratitude to Akash sir for giving me opportunity. Rather, I must say, giving us opportunity for connection, for learning from each other, and very powerful and amazing speakers we have, resource person we have, authors we have, and above all, good human beings we have. So over to respected Akash sir, and my sincere gratitude and thanks to Akash sir for keep us motivating and keep us working hard day in and day out. Means information is given, posters are ready, names are given, everything is ready. So my sincere salutation to Akash sir for being so proactive, and we are learning, we are making everything better and wiser. Over to sir.
Before Akash sir speaks, I would just like to add on, let us make it more interactive. More interactive. Thank you so much.
Definitely, ma'am. And first, I would like to say thank you. So, thank you, Knight sir. Uh, it's really amazing support. Without you, this was not possible. मतलब आपके बिना ये पॉसिबल नहीं है, क्योंकि जो एफर्ट, जो फॉलोअप्स आप रेगुलरली बाकी चीज़ों पे कर रहे हैं, इट्स रियली अमेजिंग. और थैंक यू वंस अगेन. Thank you, Bedi ma'am, Kamal sir, Nalini ma'am, Sanchita ma'am. So thank you, and thank you all speakers who joined. आप सभी का सपोर्ट रहता है तो ये सब चीज़ें पॉसिबल है, बहुत इजी वे में हम लोग कर पाते हैं. ऑल क्रेडिट टू यू ओनली. और मैं ऐसे चाह रहा हूँ कि अभी हम लोग डिफरेंट डिफरेंट चीज़ें ला रहे हैं, तो नाइट सर हमारे साथ अभी रेगुलरली है. ये अपकमिंग जो 3 समिट्स होने वाले हैं, तो उसमें भी नाइट सर इज वन ऑफ द मेन पर्सन. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे ना, ये जो समिट्स है उसके पीछे बहुत सारे लॉजिक्स भी होते हैं कि किस तरीके से वो डिजाइन किया जा रहा है, थीम किस तरीके से हम लोग कर रहे हैं. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम से हम लोग प्लान करेंगे, क्योंकि अभी हमारे पास बहुत सारे दिन भी है, ऑलमोस्ट 15 दिन है. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, नेक्स्ट टाइम से जो भी स्पीकर है, शॉर्ट वीडियो का एक स्क्रिप्ट शेयर किया हुआ है, जस्ट रिकॉर्ड करके भेजना है, ताकि हम थोड़ा सा उसको एडिट वगैरह करके जस्ट एज इट इज जैसे आपको आता है वैसे भेजिए. एडिट वी विल डू, हमारे टीम है, एडिट करेंगे प्रॉपरली, एंड वी विल यूज इट फॉर मार्केटिंग पर्पज, ताकि हम लोग नेक्स्ट टाइम से पार्टिसिपेंट्स को ज्वाइन करवाएं. मतलब स्पीकर्स रहेंगे एंड पार्टिसिपेंट्स भी होंगे. तो पार्टिसिपेंट्स होंगे लाइव में, तो क्या होगा ना, ज्यादा इंटरेक्शन होगा, लोगों को इजी मिलेगा. रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस पता नहीं कितने लोग सुनेंगे नहीं सुनेंगे, वो तो हर एक का इंटरेस्ट का बात होता है. हम लोग तो अवेलेबल करने ही वाले हैं, बट वो तो इंटरेस्ट की बात है. बट लाइव में कैसा है, लोग ज्वाइन करते हैं. कोशिश करेंगे मैक्सिमम लोगों को पूल करें, एंड आप सभी हर बार पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, तो आपका इंटरेक्शन मैक्सिमम लोगों तक हो. तो यही उसके पीछे एक आइडेंटिटी, मतलब आइडिया है, एंड रेगुलर बेसिस पे ये करते हैं. एक और चीज हम लोग मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि जैसे बहुत ज्यादा टाइम हुआ है, बट जस्ट 5 मिनट हम लोग एक्सटेंड करेंगे. बहुत सारे इवेंट्स हम लोग अपकमिंग करने वाले हैं। तो एक बुक आने वाले हैं डिफरेंट डिफरेंट, जैसे अनस्टॉपेबल वुमन, आप काफी लोगों को पता है कि जिसमें डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वुमेन्स के स्टोरीज को हम लोगों ने फीचर किया था एंड एक बुक बनाया था। वैसे अब डिफरेंट डिफरेंट प्रोफेशंस की कुछ बुक्स हम लोगों ने प्लान किए हैं, जिसमें डॉक्टर्स है, लॉयर्स है, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है, सीए प्रोफेशनल्स है, एचआर है, साइकोलॉजिस्ट है, और बहुत सारे प्रोफेशंस है जो प्रोफेशंस के स्पेसिफिक लोगों की स्टोरीज को फीचर करने वाले हैं। अगर आपको लगता है कि हाँ आपकी पहचान में कोई ऐसा है तो उनको आप शेयर कर सकते हैं, पोस्ट में आपको शेयर करूंगा ग्रुप में। एंड लेट्स सी कि हम कुछ इंस्पायरिंग लोगों की स्टोरीज को फीचर कर पाए। एंड उसका इवेंट होने वाला है, मेन क्या है कि 1 अगस्त को ऑफलाइन इवेंट होने वाला है बहुत बड़ा, जिसमें अराउंड 70-80 लोग तो वही होंगे जो को ऑथर्स होंगे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट फील्ड के, एंड वो लोग आएंगे वहाँ पे इवेंट में। एंड वी हैव डिफरेंट आइडियाज। मतलब 1 अगस्त को हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट एक लिटरेरी अवार्ड करने वाले हैं। उसके बाद कुछ रैंप वॉक एंड ऑल, बैकएंड में बहुत सारी चीजें चल रही है। ऑथर मंच करके एक प्लेटफॉर्म हम लोग स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट ऑथर्स है। तो ये एक 24 मई को मुंबई में एक इवेंट हो रहा है, एंड दिल्ली में हम लोग डेट्स को अनाउंस करेंगे। तो दिल्ली में भी एक होने वाला है जहाँ पे आपके अगर कोई फ्रेंड है जो बुक लिख रहे हैं या लिखना चाह रहे हैं एंड उनके पास आइडिया है एंड वो चाहते हैं कि पब्लिकेशन उनके आइडिया को फ्री में पब्लिश करे जैसे ट्रेडिशनल पब्लिशर करते हैं, तो वो अपने आइडिया को प्रीच कर सकते हैं। वहाँ पे एक ज्यूरीज का पैनल बना हुआ है एंड वो ज्यूरीज को अपने बुक को प्रीच कर पाएंगे। एंड अगर जूरी उनका आइडिया को सिलेक्ट करते हैं देन दे कैन पब्लिश देयर बुक फ्रीली। तो हम वो सब चीज़ें इम्प्लीमेंट करने की कोशिश करें ताकि मैक्सिमम लोगों को प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोवाइड कर पाए। एंड 1 डे वर्कशॉप्स वगैरह है तो उसमें भी हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे। सो रेगुलर आपको डिटेल्स आता जाएगा। एंड एक और चीज, एक और रिक्वेस्ट है, ये हम सबके लिए म्यूचुअल बेनिफिशियल है। मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि चलो पब्लिकेशन या एबीसीडी को कुछ लाइक्स मिलेंगे या कमेंट्स मिलेंगे तो अच्छा होगा, ऐसा नहीं। आप सभी के प्रोफाइल्स को टैग किया जाता है, आप सबके प्रोफाइल्स वहाँ पे है, एक दूसरे को फॉलो करेंगे, लाइक करेंगे जो भी पोस्ट आता है, तो इससे क्या होगा ना कि एक दूसरे के नेटवर्क में हम लोग जाते हैं तो साइमल्टेनियसली सबको बेनिफिट्स मिलता है। तो हम लोग थोड़ा सा अगर आपको लगता है कि हाँ कोई चीज अच्छी है तो उस पर आप लाइक कर सकते हैं, कमेंट कर सकते हैं, एंड इसको हम लोग कंटिन्यू करते हैं। सो अब तक जो भी समीट रहे हैं, जो भी स्पीकर्स ने सेशंस दिए हैं बहुत अच्छे रहे हैं। मैं सुन भी रहा था, बीच बीच में मैं नहीं था अवेलेबल बट आई वाज लिसनिंग ऑन यूट्यूब। सो बहुत अच्छा रहा। सो थैंक यू वंस अगेन नाइट सर, एंड थैंक यू वेदी मैम, कमल सर, नलिनी मैम एंड संजीता मैम। Thank you once again. Keep inspiring us and give us an opportunity again and again to serve better and better. Thank you. Thank you.